I'm going to be talking about the skin, receptors and nerves, all of which help to create the sense of somatosensation or touch. For any change to be detected by the body, we need receptors. Receptors on the skin are known as somatosensory receptors, and they help to create the sense of touch. They do this by picking up on vibrations, and because of this, they are known as tactile mechanoreceptors. There are a few different types of somatosensory receptors in the skin, but for today we will be focusing on the Pacinian corpuscle, which sense pressure vibration, and the Meissner's corpuscles, which give you the ability to feel indistinct touches and stroking sensations. These corpuscle receptors are known as complex neural receptors, and they will be what we are focusing on today. Now, as we all know, the nervous system works by communication with electrical impulses. The original contact is detected by somatosensory receptors, which generate an electrical impulse through ion channels, which are small openings into the cells which create an electrical potential, as they allow the movement of charged particles in and out of the cell. This creates a voltage imbalance when ions move in and out, creating an action potential. So now we know that we have different types of mechanoreceptors, which create an electrical signal, but this signal has to reach the brain somehow. These electrical impulses all travel through axons within the dermis of the skin. This electrical signal travels through the peripheral nervous system via afferent somatosensory neurons, meaning they bring info about what is touching you to the central nervous system, eventually ending up in the ganglia positioned close to the spinal cord or brainstem. In the case of somatosensory neurons, the information travels through large diameter axons which have thick myelin sheaths, which is due to the large amounts of Schwann cell wrapping, meaning they conduct action potentials quickly. Using the sodium-potassium pump, the electrical stimuli rapidly travels to the somatosensory cortex of the brain, located in the parietal lobe. The location of the stimulus is then coded according to which receptive fields are activated. For example, touch receptors in the hand project signals to a specific area of the cerebral cortex. Stimulation of that part of the cerebral cortex during brain surgery is interpreted as a touch to the hand. Now this is all cool stuff, but what about amputees with prosthetic limbs? Will they ever be able to experience touch again? With so many amputees worldwide, this is a big question. However, many of them do in fact experience pain in their missing limbs, which is known as phantom pain. This occurs when secondary neurons in spinal cord become hyperactive, resulting in the sensation of pain in a limb that is no longer there. Using this knowledge of the brain and neurons, combined with advanced technology, there have been several artificial skins that have been developed. Although there are various prototypes, they mostly follow the same basic structure. Essentially, there is two layers of plastic, with the top being covered in billions of carbon nanotubes. As pressure is applied, the plastic forces the carbon nanotubes into the region of contact closer to each other, conducting electricity. This top layer works as an artificial receptor, much like the Meissner's and Pacinian corpuscles we learned about earlier. Underneath this top layer, the second layer of plastic converts the electronic signals created by the carbon nanotubes to light pulses using a circuit and artificial neurons, mimicking an action potential. These artificial neurons are then able to translate the impulses to the body's neurons as action potentials and follow the same pathway to the brain as discussed earlier. In summary, the aim is for further studies to be held to eventually give limbs the ability to differentiate between materials, such as corduroy and silk. And one of the head researchers from Stanford, Professor Zenenbao, concluded that this work represents a step towards the design and use of large area organic electronic skins with neural integrated touch feedback for replacement limbs. Thank you.